Post by Alex Jones. Was Bill Gates born a woman?
I'm stronger than Bill Gates. Bill Gates wants to depopulate everybody. He's got to start with depopulating his bitch tits.
Let's investigate. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers. Therefore, one of the things that truth has to conquer is a little mad scientist who likes to play a doctor, does not have a college education, doesn't have a medical degree. His name is William Gates. This channel probably wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him needing to call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption. So shout out, Mr. Gates. I appreciate you. You've inspired me. Alex Jones recently put this tweet up. Was Bill Gates born a woman? And then there's a little video to go along with it. And then for that matter, like, heck, are all world leaders either born the wrong gender or their spouses are? We'll do a little mini investigation on that in just a second. But first, with Alex Jones's, it's not an allegation, it's a question. Was Bill Gates born a woman? Unfortunately, it appears as though our friend Alex Jones was just joking when he put this up. It's clearly a joke. However, my freedom-loving friend, Alex Jones is right about so much. Even though he thinks he's joking, I think he is accidentally right about Mr. Gates being a woman. First, let's take a look at Alex Jones.
We're doing our Atlas shrugs here because we don't want to end up like Bill Gates with National Geographic titties.
National Geographic tits. And to the ladies in National Geographic, no offense, but I don't think they have the internet to see this, so they're probably not going to be offended. Now, this is clearly a joke because this is an actual photo of Bill Gates that's been digitally altered. Now, he looks like a obese, man-boobed guy in the actual photo, but this one, it's obviously digitally altered. Just a little fact-checking along the way. And I'm glad Alex Jones is using this. Again, this is clearly a joke. Is it, though? Let's hear more.
All right. Though he is our doctor and he's our health advisor, Joe Rogan's talked about it, Sean, about how manly Bill Gates is.
Bill Gates is now the largest owner of farmland in the United States. The thing is, like, he keeps saying that we've got to eat less meat, and we've got to cut our consumption of meat out to be healthy, and then we're going to get used to these meat alternatives. When a guy like that says that, I'm like, are you making money because of this? Like, why are you saying that? And by the way, you look like shit. You're giving out health advice, and you're sick. It's like literally like a non-athlete trying to coach professional.
John's doing 180 because he's way more stronger than me. But I'm stronger than Bill Gates. Bill Gates wants to depopulate everybody. He's got to start with depopulating his bitch tits.
Now, before we get to the science of Bill Gates in a second, first, shout out to Alex Jones. One, I love the guy's sense of humor. And two, good for him. He's been on a health journey. He has been so dedicated. I know people that have been working with him, actually documenting his health journey. He's lost over 50 pounds of fat and he's put muscle on. So he's probably lost a lot more than 50 pounds of fat. He's given up alcohol. So that is very impressive on Alex Jones's part, and now puts him in a position where his body legitimately looks better than Bill Gates's, used to look worse than Bill Gates's. So I love the fact that Alex crosses the line. Now he looks like he's in shape. Now he can rightfully make fun of the way Bill Gates looks. It's about darn time. Now, unfortunately, there is the internet telling us what's unfortunately looking like a fact. A breaking Bill Gates does not have enlarged breasts. I love the fact that Reuters fact checked. I love the fact that they actually thought they needed to put this out. Video purporting to show billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates with an enlarged chest has resurfaced online and found the footage is digitally altered. Well, no shit, Sherlock. So was Bill Gates born a woman? Probably not. Is he a man? He is definitely not a man, because real men don't try to control other people for their own gain. Bill Gates is a coward, not a man. How's that for his gender identity? I identify him as a coward. All right. And I'm not misgendering him. I'm seeing the truth of the situation. But I love it because it's in line with so many of the elites of the world now being involved in what are some growingly suspicious scandals of them either being like born the opposite gender that they portray themselves as or their spouses. Case in point, Candace Owens, she did a long, I mean, it seems like it was hundreds of hours. I think it was actually 6. It's just seemed hundreds of hours. Expose on Emmanuel Macron, the France's WEF puppet elected president, his wife, Bridget Macron, Candace Owens, has staked her entire reputation saying Bridget Macron was born a male, lived the first 30 years of his life as a man, then started pretending to be a woman. Now, that's debatable. I find it suspicious. We'll hear from Candace in just a second, but what's not debatable is when she or he, i.e. Bridget Macron, was 40, she started dating a 14-year-old Emmanuel Macron. That is a felony. Here's Candace Owens.
Conducting basic research, for conducting a very basic investigation into the credible claims that Brigitte Macron was actually born Jean-Michel Trogneux and lived for 30 years as a man before transitioning into a woman.
Now, I've also heard reports that Bridget Macron, yes, was born a man and is actually Emmanuel Macron's father, now posing as a woman, posing as his son's wife. I think it's safe to believe all this. When you're dealing with the most corrupt people in the world, why wouldn't they be doing this? Of course they would. They probably, deception is just a sport for them. How much can we deceive these peasants down there? Why do you want to pretend to be a woman, mister? I don't know. See if they're dumb enough to fall for it. And if they're smart enough to see it and call it out, we'll just go after them in court. For seeing the truth? Exactly. Because truth is our enemy. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, most vitamins, if they're a good brand and don't contain any unnecessary fillers, are good for you. But the truth is, you don't really feel any different. But Energy Formula by Physician's Preference is a vitamin that you begin to feel quickly in terms of more energy and a better overall sense of function. Because once you start taking it consistently, if you miss a day, you feel the difference. Just 3 capsules a day, every day, and you are getting what your body needs. Those who take it call it a super multivitamin. Energy Formula is created by a doctor, and it's a proprietary blend of vitamins you can't get anywhere else. It contains 22 of the essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs on a daily basis. And unfortunately, there's a lot of multivitamins on the market that you just can't trust because they contain unnecessary fillers like corn, soy, dairy, and other bad things. But Energy Formula is a clean product. It contains no dairy, egg, corn, or gluten. And also, I love that Physician's Preference Vitamins is staffed with 100% certified nutritionists and vitamin specialists there to answer your questions. Physician's Preference Vitamins is located in Katy, the Houston area of Texas. To order, visit physicianspreferencevitamins.com/JPReacts or call 281-646-1659 and use code JPReacts for 15% off the entire store. That's physicianspreferencevitamins.com/JPReacts. Now back to the video. And by the way, when you see a photo of Bridget Macron, I don't know if that's a man, but I know that's not a woman. Freaking wig. Former Atlanta Braves pitcher John Rocker weighs in on this. Good morning to everyone who knows Michelle Obama is a man. Chuck Schumer's wife is a man. She definitely looks like a man. Barack Obama is a foreigner, and Ilyo Omar should be deported. I believe all that. But there may not be any bigger case of gender deception than with one Michelle Obama, or shall I say, Michael Obama. This, my friend, is not news to you, and I realize that. If you make the mistake and say, did JP just wake up and now he thinks Michelle Obama is a man? You would be mistaken if you thought that. I was believing this, I don't know, for many years. And I don't know if it's true. I definitely believe it because I want it to be true. My life is better believing that Michelle Obama is a man. And you should think so too because your life will improve. Just think about it. You're job stressed. You're sitting there burdened with too much to do, too little time, the stupid paperwork. But then you just sit there and say, Big Mike. Brightens your day, guaranteed. Now, recently, Michelle Obama on his podcast, approximately 0 people listened to, except when she accidentally outs herself. She was quoted as saying, as a man. Now, of course, you get some people saying, no, that's out of context. She was talking to the guy guest who's saying he's raising a trans kid. Wow, why are you interested in having him on, Michelle? But so you get to be the judge. But she definitely said, as a black man. Let's take a look.
With a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
Now, I will stop that right there so we can keep this out of context, because I think it just goes down smoother out of context. She referenced her heart. Sorry. He referenced his heart and then goes into as a black man. So she just signified, I'm talking about me, my heart, and then as a black man. And if I'm wrong, that means he's schizophrenic. My heart as a black man, now I'm talking about you. I don't know. All I'm saying is our lives are enriched believing that Michelle Obama is a man. Our lives are enriched believing that Bridget Macron is a man. Our lives are enriched believing that Bill Gates is a woman. Okay? Now you might be saying that's maybe not true. Well, just think about trans people. Their lives are enriched believing they're the opposite gender. Enrichment does not have to be on truth. It does not have to be based on truth, at least according to them. So if we use their logic as we are theorizing about the gender of these world elites, I dare say truth is irrelevant. And how much better is your life if you spend 12 hours a week researching Bridget Macron? It is well worth it. It makes a functional difference in your life, your family's life, your kids. You're a better parent. You're a better spouse. You're a better neighbor. You're a better citizen of the United States of America because you are a free thinker, basing your beliefs on the exact opposite of whatever the elites say. What are you? Oh, that elite said he's a man. Definitely a woman. Now, unfortunately, with Michelle, aka potentially Big Mike, you don't have to have that big of an imagination to have your truth. Okay? Your truth. Someone tries to argue with that, they are not creating a safe space. It is literally violence. Your truth being that Michelle Obama is a man. You don't need a big imagination for it. You just have to listen to Mr. Barack Obama, who apparently is gay, on several occasions referencing Michelle as Michael. Big Mike is a derivative of the name Michael. Take a look at Barack accurately gendering his husband on several occasions.
Men and women of the finest military in the world. Michael and I...
What?
Michael and I...
Did you see, as during Obama's presidency, so even Biden was mentally with it enough. Fuck, he just blew it! Blew the cover! You call him Michael. One more time.
Men and women of the finest military in the world. Michael and I... Michael and I...
And now this is on a whatever survival show with that English dude, Bear Grylls. Starts talking about Michelle, almost says Michael. Listen with your own ears.
You're scaring.
Well, when when Michelle's mad, when
my mic. Oh.
When Michelle's mad.
You almost said it. Was he just accidentally slipping up? I would say that is impossible. Humans don't accidentally misspeak from time to time. At least Obama didn't. He was a very excellent speaker. I listened to his words. Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, I dare say we need a new Department of Gender Actualization where our government under Trump's administration, he appoints RFK, potentially appoints Michelle Obama to lead the way in finding out the actual genders of the world's elite and their spouses. By the way, the conspiracy theory out there, aka what truth seekers say, is that it is part of like a satanic world elite ritual where they like switch people's gender. I don't know why they would do it. It's certainly not godly, therefore it's satanic, and you may kind of do the math. It's like evil perpetuating via Satan. So yeah, I don't know, but I think it's safe to say that it's fun to talk about how Bill Gates might be a woman. Would a real man tell you to eat less meat and eat pretend meat made out of plants? Bill Gates is part owner in Beyond Meat? Let me answer that question for you. No. Could Bill Gates's involvement in Beyond Meat that contains no meat. It's just plants and really crappy ingredients. Nasty seed oils, canola oil, nasty. It's just a highly processed food. But could Bill Gates' involvement in Beyond Meat be a metaphor for his own genitals? You be the judge and let me know in the comments below. This has been a scholarly discussion with your friend JP. I'll look forward to seeing you next time with more educational material. But until then, stay free.